I'm Adair and I've been CrossFitting for just over a year. About 5 years ago, I had a really important event in my personal life, which was my sister's car accident. And I was in the midst of training for a half marathon at the time. And I remember being in the ICU waiting room thinking, I gotta go for my long run today. And someone said, you don't need to go for a long run today. I never ran again after that for years. And so over a 5-year period, there's lots of family stress and all sorts of things that got in the way of my getting back to my training schedule. And I never went back to my training schedule after that day. Right before I started CrossFit, I was in a heavy high-stress work period, and I was not getting any exercise, zero zip zilch, except maybe once every 6 weeks I'd go for a run or something. I was angry at myself because I was stressed out, not sleeping well, out of shape. I came in here really feeling kind of old, middle-aged, flabby, washed up, injured. I had sore knees and sore shoulders. And I really didn't know what I was getting into at all. And I remember my first box jumps. I couldn't jump on a box, and Scott gave me, I think he gave me 2 or 3 plates to stack up. That was all the height I could jump. And I about died. And I actually couldn't finish my first one. I couldn't finish it at all. I went home and sent Scott this email saying, I'm really not a quitter, but I really can't do it. But I figured I will go through the 5 classes and see what happens. Since then, I've shed 35 pounds. I went from not being able to jump at all to being able to jump, the 20 inches. When I first got here, I also tackled my diet, and I worked on nothing fancy, just lean protein, lots of fruits and vegetables, and nothing else, and lost a lot of weight. So that affected both my ability in the gym, and it also was affecting my outside life, because people started saying, slowly but surely, people saying, God, you look different. And it was actually very slow and sure, kind of 2 or 3 pounds a month over a long period, and people would start saying, are you doing something different? Do you have a new hairdo? What's going on with you? And that was very fun, that whole stage. If something doesn't feel quite right, I dial back right away, because I am pushing 60 and I love this and I want to keep going. I don't want to do anything that's going to make it so I can't do it anymore. What I love is the coaches here are always totally willing to help me figure out what I can do today. Like if I say I'm resting my shoulder, they give me extra squats and extra exercises. I've stayed with CrossFit even when I've gone through periods where I was wondering, is my body too old for this or whatever. I've stayed with CrossFit because there's something kind of miraculous that happens with my attitude and my personality and my vigor about life. I love my muscles. I love getting stronger. I love, setting new personal records for my deadlift and all those kinds of things. But really, it is that I feel so much happier and more productive, more vibrant, more focused. And I'm really afraid that I wouldn't know where else to find that. I think it would be easy to figure out how to keep my, biceps strong or whatever, but there's some mix of the community here and probably the biochemistry of the hard workout that just does something for me that I've never experienced. From 365 days ago, I'm the same person, but I have a completely renewed vigor about living my life, living in my body, working in my body. The exploration and knowing that I'm doing well on behalf of myself is really special. Scott said when I showed up, I think in Essentials, he told everyone, he kept saying, what's everyone's goals? Or what's everyone's goals? And I felt like I was supposed to say I want to be able to lift my body weight or something like that. I didn't have any goals at all except to start something new. And I eventually, after the 3rd or 4th days, when he said, tell me what your goals are, I came in and said, I know what my goals are. I want shoulders like Michelle Obama. He said, Michelle's kind of lean, I said, I know. So about 9 months later, one day I was doing pull-ups and he came over and said, Michelle Obama.